to her home. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
This month is the 80th anniversary of the bombs that were dropped on Japan, the atomic bombs. And, as Americans, we're usually taught that this was a necessary thing and therefore good. But the Catholic moral tradition is always seen as something that was unjust and therefore wrong. And I know that there's an argument there, but I just wanted to say that because you don't hear it very often. But there's a story connected to it that I want to tell. And you can see it in a picture that they took over Hiroshima after the bomb exploded. There's total devastation, but there's a Catholic church that's still standing. And out front in the road are some priests standing there. And so this is their story. It was August 6th. They had finished celebrating morning mass, and 8 Jesuits went back to their rectory. They were in the kitchen eating breakfast. This one priest, Father Hubert Schiffer, was about to cut into his grapefruit when they saw this bright flash of light, and they thought maybe there was an explosion in the harbor. And then the next thing happened was the shock wave came, and it blew him off his chair and threw him across the room. He said that he was spun around like a leaf in the autumn wind. And eventually, he landed. And when he came to, he got up and there was nothing. There was nothing. Everything was gone. As I said, all the buildings were gone, leveled, except for Our Lady of the Assumption Catholic Church. The roof was gone and the windows were gone, but it was still standing. And more remarkable was that those priests didn't have any injuries. He had some glass in the back of his neck. Another priest had very minor injuries, but none of them had hearing loss. And even more remarkable, they didn't have any effects from the radiation. And this despite the fact that the doctors tested them over and over again. Father Schiffer said that over the years, he was examined 200 times by doctors because they just could not believe that nothing happened to them. And so 31 years after that, the day the bomb went off, Father Schiffer was at the Eucharistic Congress in Philadelphia in 1976, and he told this story about his confreres and how they all survived. None of them had any issues. And somebody asked him, well, how come you guys survived when thousands and thousands and thousands of others didn't? And he said, he spoke for his brother Jesuits and himself. He said, we believe that we survived that because we were living the message of Fatima, that we lived and prayed our daily rosary. That's why we survived. And it's a remarkable story, but it's something that maybe could encourage us a little bit. At Fatima, Mary came and told the children to do penance, to pray for sinners, to say the rosary every day. Eventually, she talked about the first Saturdays. And so that's the message that those priests were living. That's the message that we ourselves can live too. Trying to say our rosary every day. These are all very good things. It's not magic. It's a relationship. It's a connection to Jesus through his mother. It's a connection to God and his grace in our life. And so we should be encouraged to try our best to incorporate this into our daily life. We should pray every day. The rosary is a great way to pray. If you can't pray the whole thing, maybe you just pray part of it every day. That would be a really wonderful thing. And if we do that, then we can be recipients of God's beautiful graces that he wants to give us. And Mary, our mother, loves us so much and wants to care for us and give us all good things as well. So today, let us take that to heart as we celebrate this feast of Mary's Assumption into heaven.